Hello, welcome to the second episode in this tiny little series on farm tours. This may be our final one. I'm not really sure. We've had a lot of frost among most of our farmers, so this may be the last farm tour that we do for this season. But anyway, today we're going to go visit one of our farmers, Kasey, and she owns Firefly Fields Northwest. And this is her second year of a U-pick. She has 2.5 acres that she has expanded into this year. She's got a big dahlia field, a sunflower field, a zinnia field, a celosia field. She's got all the things. So anyway, I hope that you will enjoy this tour through her beautiful farm. We do get to also see some baby animals, lots of different baby animals that are living at her farm. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy our farm tour today. This is Farming Flowers. From Farming Flowers, and we're continuing our series on our farm tours. So I wanted to pop out and show everyone Kasey's farm. We talked with her, was that in the spring? Maybe?
Yeah,
I think it was back in the spring. So if you want to go back and look at that video, I'll put a link, I think it's up here, and you can kind of hear the story of why she started this U-pick, and it actually was rooted in some very chronic, very horrible pain that brought all of this beauty about. So it's a really inspiring story. So take a look, and you can kind of get the history of how she got to here. So what I thought we'd do is she has several areas around where the U-pick folks can go, and so there's a sunflower field, and then we also might see some baby animals. And so I was just going to let her kind of give us the lay of the land here with this upper field and kind of talk to us about maybe some lessons she's learned. This is the second year of her U-pick, so she's done a lot of expansion and a lot of really amazing stuff. So this girl goes big or goes home.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping not the later.
Yeah, exactly. So this is Kasey. This is her beautiful farm here called Firefly Fields Northwest. And if you want to know about the history of the name of that, go back and look at that video, and you can find out why she named it that. So Kasey, kind of just give us a little bit of an overview here of this field.
Yeah. So this is our upper field, the first row. It's usually the last row we plant, coming because we start from the bottom and work our way up. Last year, these rows did really well. We did not have the greenhouse that was put in late winter. We added and finished that greenhouse, and then we grew ranunculus, anemones, lysianthus is in there. Right now it has tomatoes, and we have sown sunflower seeds and hoping that we get maybe November sunflowers with some heat added to that tunnel. So celosias have been a really big favorite of mine, just because you can dry them and use them in bouquets, and they're just so beautiful, and they all look a little bit different. The first year I grew pretty much 100% all florets. Last year we collected seeds, and then we added a few other varieties to our celosias. So last year I would say we had this issue with this specific row that Lisa is standing on. We noticed anything grown here, even the hardiest of hardy plants, were not doing anything. So our conclusion was that there was a giant rock underneath this.
Yep, that makes
and so
sense.
we kind of mapped out where we thought that the rock ended. And as you can see in this row, we were clearly wrong. But clearly, until you get the big
that's interesting.
amaranth, this is still a rock bed. So this year we will be marking that out, and we will be building raised beds. The raised beds will have tulips in them, and then once the tulips are done, we will sow celosias back in them. So we're kind of trying to figure out a way around this massive rock bed that juts out this way. We had marked it last year thinking that this was the the line, but
Yep.
clearly, as you can see, these were all planted at the same time.
Yeah.
That these are all affected by this rock line until we get to about
Wow.
here.
Look at the difference.
So that's a lot of
Oh my
of
gosh.
ground that's not usable.
Right.
So the plan is to build short raised beds that should mitigate the rock, plus help with tulips.
Yeah.
And then as we plant, the tulips come out, we'll put our celosias in. It will also make it easier to cover this row with having raised beds to have a frame structure over them,
Yeah.
so that maybe we can get them in as soon as tulips done, we're planting them and covering them. And then we will get much bushier, thicker celosias
Yeah.
that branch out. So that is our goal. Next year, you kind of live and learn. Things you thought you figured out,
Yeah.
maybe you didn't quite figure out. We did move a lot of dirt toward the greenhouse, so it's possible that we changed that line slightly by moving dirt and
Right.
trying to flatten the area. Maybe we
Right.
hit farther down toward the rock bed. So our solution is to build raised beds up here, truck in really good high quality dirt, grow our tulips up here. When the tulips are done, we'll cross over to spring,
Yeah.
late spring, early summer plants
Yeah.
that will
sounds
be
like a
blooming
great
later in the
idea.
summer.
That'll give you a lot of flexibility with
Yeah.
this area to
Yeah,
grow multiple
and
crops.
if we, and you know, the growing season is so short here, so anything we can do to like put in early, protect, cover, that that extends our season dramatically.
We have to do it.
Yeah, dramatically
just
out. We did invest in 2 hoop benders from Johnny's, one that makes more of a bigger tunnel, like a caterpillar tunnel.
Oh, cool.
And then one that does a short kind of tunnel that would work over these size
Okay.
beds.
Okay.
Which is actually what we're putting in our dahlia field right now to try to protect from the freeze
Oh,
next weekend.
yes. Yeah, it's coming.
So, yeah, we're going to cover what we can
Yeah.
just to see if we can extend out some things and then let certain things go, because we obviously need to start sowing for
Yeah.
fall planting. We have
Right.
3 trays of snaps that need to go in.
Yeah.
And I just ordered 1,200 more plants
Oh
from
my gosh.
$1,200 worth of
Oh,
plants
gosh.
from Bailey's that are going to be sown this fall. So, fingers crossed.
And how many dahlias did you plant this year?
6,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, last year was 3.
Yeah, last year was 3. That was the first year
Yeah.
Kasey was in the collective, and I remember her telling me, we're putting in 3,000 dahlias. And
I know,
was like,
she's like, you're crazy.
girl, are you kidding me?
My husband tells me all the time I'm crazy, so it's,
You kind of have to be
he's
to
like,
be a farmer to
he's
first
like, are you
place.
ever gonna not be just crazy? Like, and I'm like, probably not.
Unlikely.
Unlikely.
Just buckle up, buddy.
You know, you're ever just gonna do one thing and you have to be like doing 20 things at once. I was like, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, he should
I was
know
like,
by
you knew this
now.
when you married me.
Exactly. That's
Like,
what I
you
tell
know, we've been
my
together
husband.
20
You got
years.
no
You
one
do
to
this.
blame but yourself. You picked me.
I was like, that technically makes you crazy too.
Yeah,
because you,
that's right.
You married me knowingly.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so last year we like accidentally grew an amaranth. It was in one of the zinnia packs.
Oh,
from Floret,
interesting.
and we just kind of ran with it. We're like, we don't know what this thing is.
Yeah.
But let's just grow it out.
Yeah.
And we had this ginormous amaranth in the middle of the zinnias,
Oh my gosh.
and it was hilarious. But people loved it.
I guess so.
We just called it like our like, where's Waldo kind
Yeah.
of like thing. But
funny.
we were like, we knew it looked different, but we didn't know what it was. So there was totally, because we had no amaranth seeds.
Yeah.
We didn't grow any amaranth. So we
Yeah.
knew it, and it popped up in the trays with the zinnias.
Oh my goodness.
So it was like a hijacker.
Wow.
Maybe a bird brought it in, who knows? I don't know. But
Well, now I see you have lots of amaranth.
and we loved it. So we were
yeah.
like, we're gonna grow more amaranth.
These are fabulous.
So, and of course, like this end did really good. This end not
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah,
so you
that's
can clearly
amazing.
see the difference of like
Yep.
where the rock bed and
Yeah.
how far it goes.
Yeah, it
into
makes
this
perfect
field.
sense. That would be
So,
a reason.
we also ran out of time with pinching our celosias, which was a total mistake. Because I think you remember last year. Oh my God, the dogs are gonna create a dust path.
Here, I have to show you this. Hang on. They're creating
I think the flower field is a track,
a dust
so they run
devil.
on their pathways like.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
a
what it looks like.
They're like
That's
ready,
funny.
set, go. Like they'll literally make loops around like the AMRAS and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
that's
then like,
good exercise.
yeah. So we didn't pinch, mistake. We
Yeah.
kind of just like were running out of time,
Right.
especially with a new addition of like the 2-acre field next to us.
Yeah.
We were like, and I did hire my son to work full time, but he didn't start till July-ish.
Oh, okay. So yeah, by then they're already getting
Yeah.
thick and
Yeah. So we were kind of like, it is what it is.
yeah.
We're just gonna go with
Right.
it. Like you could only do so much in the day, and
Absolutely.
we're just gonna roll with it. But there is a big difference between pinched and not pinched.
Oh yeah.
Clearly
for
for
sure.
us. So
Yeah.
next year it's just gonna be like, yes, they have
Yeah,
to be pinched.
you have
So,
to. Well, and
Yeah.
Kasey has a full-time job too, in case anyone is wondering if she
Yeah.
just wanders around the field in her dresses all day. No, she has a
Yeah, I work 40,
Full
50
time and-
hours
yeah.
in medical.
Yeah.
And then this is,
I don't know how you do it.
it's a lot.
It
You don't
is
sleep a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I'm proud of what we did. We didn't think we were going to be able to pull off the big field, and we did miraculously. Maybe not flawlessly, but
Yeah, I can't wait to go over there and see
Yeah.
it. I was here, I did a little teaser photo whenever that was, I was here, just of the sunflowers when they
Yeah.
were blooming that I put on the YouTube channel. So now we're going to go over. They're actually taking out the sunflower field today, but we're going to go over and see the dahlias.
yeah.
And so, so I'm going to pause this for just a minute and then we will pick back up because she has another field down right below this
Yeah.
one that I want us to go visit too. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, so now we're down at a field that's just a few steps away from the big, beautiful celosia field over there. And this obviously is a lot of zinnias. So
Yeah.
how many zinnias did you plant?
I would say close to 2,000.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
Wow.
yeah. So we did collect our seeds last year. Some is from collected seeds, and some is from just like we bought off Johnny's mix.
Okay.
So
What was your experience with saving that? Because you had a lot of floret ones from what I
We
remember
did.
last year, and you saved those.
we saved them, and we still have a ton. It was very easy to save. Processing time is pretty quick.
Okay.
We did run into the problem of not having like the flowers old enough that they produce
yeah.
really viable
Right.
seeds,
Right.
because we were kind of behind the curve. We were like, let's do a flower farm.
Yeah.
Like, and the dream grew rapidly in June.
Yeah. I
And
did.
so we were like for sure behind the curve of getting these out here. Now these guys I started so much earlier, like probably end of February, beginning of March in my grow room.
Okay.
So we gave them a pretty big, heavy first start. Last year we did not have powdery mildew. This year we do,
Yeah.
because they just flourished and bushed so much thicker and grew so much taller
All right.
than our last ones. So I think next year we'll thin them a little more out,
Okay.
so that they get a little more airflow.
Right.
I think in the beginning we were afraid to cut really heavy into them,
Yeah.
but I think that was a mistake. We should have just went in and just heavily cut and
Yeah.
like sacrificed some things, and just because that would have created more airflow and less foliage. But I mean, they're way taller than they
Yeah.
were last year.
Oh, they're
I think
gigantic.
they were only like maybe 3
Oh,
feet
yeah.
last year, maybe.
Yeah. I
And they
think
were
that.
beautiful.
Yeah,
We had
they
a
were
ton of
beautiful.
them.
I came and cut some for
Yeah.
a local florist that needed just some last minute blooms. And you're
Yeah.
right, they were much shorter. I mean,
They were way,
still got nice big heads on them.
They had beautiful
But
blooms.
they were much shorter.
Much shorter, much shorter.
Interesting.
So starting them earlier did work, but then we now have to figure out maybe they need more space.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah.
not that mildew is like the end of the world.
Yeah. It doesn't really impact the flowers.
No, you strip the leaves off and all that, but I would
Yeah.
like to try to avoid that if
Right.
possible. So I think we'll change the spacing a little. I think these spacings were about, I want to say 6 to 8 inches.
Okay. So
On-
even a whole lot wider spacing than that.
I think
or-
so, because
okay.
just because they grew so much thicker and so much hardier
Yeah.
and taller, that it definitely made them have like less airflow to be able to go through them.
Right.
But at the same time, they kind of support each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Last year we definitely had to like support them more, especially with heavy winds. We haven't had to put really, other than the one netting, we haven't had to do anything additional, and we get really crazy storms that come through, and they're not affected. So, you know, I think there's goods and bads in that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we have 3 rows of zinnias. We will do that again next year. And then I have like straw flowers over there. I predominantly grew straw flowers, and look, some of them are taller than me. Yeah, some are taller than me. My goal of growing straw flowers is really to use them for dried flower art, because I really like that in the fall and winter. Like I do pumpkins, and I like glue an arrangement on the top.
Yeah.
And they last so long, and people loved them. So like, I know. So,
are the zinnias, would you say that's the most popular flower with your people? Before dahlias come on, obviously.
yeah, they are the first to really bloom.
Okay, so.
But I would say the most popular was Lysianthus.
Oh, sure.
So, before the Lysianthus got insane in the Tuttle and got so tall that they were kind of like flopping over into the aisle, we did let people go in there.
Oh, wow.
But then it became to the point where like the pathways are much smaller in there than this. And then it became, I felt like it was not safe anymore to let them in there, but people lost their minds over those. Because most people, that's not something you buy in the store, you don't see it. And so they just were like, that was, I would think, was their #1 most excited flower. But then people do, they love zinnias, they do. They bloomed super early. So it's something like you have the whole season, really, you know? Yeah.
Tell me about your pricing. So people come in, you're open 3 days a week, right?
Well, so we're in the summer open 3 days a week. In the fall, we go to Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Just because the kids are back in school, I'm working. It's too hard to have someone be here manning that with all of us being like in school or work. So we shift that in the fall to Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
And truthfully, once school starts, Fridays kind of go anyway. Like we tried 1 or 2 and it was just kind of dead. And we're like, okay, it's not worth for me to pay my son, who's a staff, to be here all day.
Right. Just
for a couple of people. Yeah.
So you do there's a darling bucket. I'll do a picture of it and put it in here. So people come in, they pay for their bucket.
Yep.
And what do you charge for a bucket?
It's $30 a bucket.
$30 a bucket, and then you just give them snips, and then they can.
Yep. And we have a water sink at the front when they first walk in. We tell them to put a little water in it, and off they go with their snips in there.
Do you do an upcharge for any of the specialty flowers like dahlias or the Lysianthus?
I don't.
Or it's whatever they can fit in the bucket?
Whatever they can fit in the bucket.
You don't do it by the stem or anything?
I don't. And it really equals out because I see a lot of people come out with just a small amount of flowers in their bucket.
Right.
And then I see people come out with like they crammed them in there. And so it really averages out, you know, and this is so many flowers that I physically can't move this many flowers. And it also helps with like getting to the flowers before I have to come deadhead them.
Right.
And stuff like that. So they're really coming in almost as helpers is the way I look at it.
True.
Like they're, and a lot of these flowers, the more they're cut on, then they're going to shoot up more blooms.
Right.
And it's a cycle. So like they're kind of working for me in a way.
Yeah. I love it. And paying you.
And paying me. So it's for me, it's a win-win.
Absolutely.
And it's like, it's so easy for us. Like, here's a bucket.
Yeah.
Run your card, or here's, you know, change for your cash.
Yeah.
Off they go.
Yeah.
They come back up. We switch them into a different cup that they can take home.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the extent of our work.
That's amazing.
So, like, we do come in and, like, blow off the pathways once a week and try to keep them clearer. But that takes, like, no time at all.
Yeah.
So, it's nice because, you know, people get to pick, like, the things that speak to them, the color palettes they are feeling.
There's so many colors here.
Yeah,
I'll do
like,
a few little close-ups, too.
So it really works. Like, people are drawn to different flowers in different colors. And so that's why we try to kind of keep a good range of colors.
Right.
And different, and varieties. And I'll show you in the next spot, like, varieties that were heavily picked and stuff that was just like maybe scared them off or didn't but I loved.
Yeah.
So
That's fun. Well, let's go down to the next little field. Let me grab the camera here. So we're down in the next field, and something that I found pretty interesting is, and Kasey was just telling me that people don't really want to cut on this amazing big row of this green mist Annie. I mean, they're beautiful seed heads right now and flowers, and I'll do some close-ups of some of these. So
I know.
she was just telling me this is not something that people want to pick. So what have you found out is that they...
I personally think it's the bees that scare them off. Especially when the sun hits, there's probably several thousand bees just in this row.
Wow. Okay.
And all different bee species.
Yeah.
And even like I'm not scared of them because they're like literally so drunk, happy off pollen.
Exactly.
They're not aggressive.
Right.
Like they don't care.
Nope.
Like you pick a flower, they're gonna go on to the next flower.
Yeah.
So, but this stuff holds up so well in a bouquet. It gives it this like beautiful lacy
It's gorgeous.
texture. Like Lisa said, like even when the flower is done, like the seed pods are just so stunning.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah, and it's just so fun. So I've been putting this in my bouquets like crazy, and people love it, but they do not use it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Like,
you've got
do
an
not.
amazing row here.
Do not pick it.
Looks like it's been cut really
And I really think it's the bees.
I bet you're right.
I really think it's the bees. Because I've come down here when there was thousands and thousands, way worse than right now. Like literally every flower has a bee on it. But I know that they're like happy bees, like they don't care, like they'll happily just go to another plant because they have so much to choose from. So, but it can be intimidating.
That could be an interesting, if people are, if you do have a U-pick and you are experiencing people that are afraid of bees, maybe there's an education part there.
Yeah.
Bees are not defending a home here, so they're not typically going to be aggressive. They're just trying to get some nectar and pollen and take it back to their home. Now, if you're at their home, that's when they're going to be more aggressive, and that's when they're going to try to defend it. But maybe that would be a good education piece for people to not worry about bees on flowers. Because, I mean, you can accidentally smush them or something, and they'll sting you out of response.
But nobody in the 2 years has ever been stung by a bee on this property.
Okay,
not a single person. But this is a very attractive bee.
It's a
bee plant.
Major pollinator plant.
Major.
So,
major. And it wasn't one I thought that they would be so attracted to.
Yeah.
But I'm happy they are because I love bees. Like they're what makes our whole world go round. Without bees, like they're doing their job. And so I'm happy to have them here. But I understand because there's a little even hesitation with me coming to harvest or my kids coming to harvest this. When there's thousands in just a small area, it can feel intimidating. But really, they are not aggressive. They really aren't. They're not here to hurt you. And they're perfectly happy to go on to another plant and move on. So
you can maybe just shake the flower, or if it's something you want to cut, just give them a little heads up that you're coming in there.
And like I said, I like with this much pollen out here and this much, like they're so happy. I call them like drunk bees. Like they're so happy they don't care at all about people. And like they're not looking to hurt you at all.
It's a good place to learn about your native bees too, because when you have important pollinator plants like this, not only just like the European honeybees are on this, but there are so many other little tiny native bees. I know you probably can't see it in there, but this is just buzzing with little teeny tiny little pollinators in here, and this would be a good place to just stop for a minute and just watch. I mean,
it's really cool.
It's really amazing.
I really didn't understand how many bee species we had here.
There's so many.
Until I started growing flowers, and I'm like, I've never seen you before. I've never seen you before.
They're beautiful. Those little tiny blue ones that are so iridescent. They're
and black. They're solid black ones.
Yes.
Which I had really never seen since I started growing flowers.
They're so pretty.
But they're happy. Like they're not aggressive bees. They're in their heaven place.
Yeah,
like,
they are.
They're doing their job.
They're
committed. They're happy about it. They're not looking to come for you. They do not care about you at all. But I can understand why public would be fearful of that. So I do think, like, I will still grow it because I love it for me.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And clearly it's good for the bees. And that is just a beautiful thing. So I will continue to grow it. It does well. It's been blooming forever. I could come just cut cut and cut, and it just keeps coming. But yeah, it's really tall. There's a lot to work with. It's a beautiful foliage and bouquets. It's just magical.
Amazing.
And even like you said, once the flowers fall off, you get these pods, and those are so cool on their own.
Yeah.
So like I'm really happy I tried to grow it this year, and it's definitely something I'm keeping. So, but I can understand, it's just people know if they're just growing for you pick, it might not be a plant for you. But if you're using it in floral work, then it's just an amazing plant.
Okay, so now we're over in her amazing dahlia field. So I'll do some close-ups of some of these because wowzer, this is amazingly magical, fabulous. You definitely want to be here. So, okay, Kasey, tell me, why did you decide to add dahlias to your U-pick?
Yeah, of course I watch Florette. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right? Florette. And then I was like, I have to grow dahlias. I bought her book on dahlias, and I just fell in love with the fact that each dahlia is so different.
Yeah.
Like the shape, the color pattern, they range like just so much, like the size. Like I fell in love with that because like that is really hard to find in a specific flower that can range with this many colors, shapes, patterns,
Right.
color variations, size.
Right.
That I was like, I have to try to grow them. And Hattie was like, dahlias are the drama queens.
Yes,
and I was
they
like,
are.
oh, they're fine. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're totally right. They are absolutely. Like, yeah, we put 3,000 in our first year. And this year we have close to 6,000, right around there.
Oh my gosh.
The weeds did kind of push out some. We definitely, last year we planted in fabric. Last year we pinched.
Yeah.
We did not this year because my husband built a machine that would trudge 4 rows to the perfect depth for dahlias. We fabricated it and welded it together.
Wow.
And we were able to do 4 trenches down a dahlia path in less than 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And so all we had to do is drop, drop, drop,
Yeah.
and put the markers in.
Okay.
And then lightly cover. So that made it like so much faster, but it took him about a month to come up with a system that worked. He did like a couple that failed, weren't deep enough, didn't make a wide enough path, so he had to go back to the drawing board. And eventually he came up with one that was perfect.
Wow.
Literally perfect, because we wanted like 4 rows in each thing's kind of straight rows. So we did get our dahlias in late this year, later than I would like more into June, July. And even that row, probably the farthest row over there, was even a few weeks after that because we didn't know how much space we needed for the dahlias versus how much we needed for, we're growing pumpkins and zucchinis and squashes also in this field.
Okay.
How much room it would take, like those took up, and how much sunflower room we had.
Yeah.
So now that we know, it's going to be much easier going forward. We are going to try to overwinter.
Okay.
There's a possibility we lose everything.
Well, I was just going to ask you that because last year I know you did have to dig everything.
We dug everything. It was brutal.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is way bigger than most like home gardeners, whatever,
Yeah,
have to contend with. Obviously.
yeah.
And even most flower farmers. I mean, this is a tremendous amount
Yeah, it took us
of tubers.
every bit of 7 months
Wow.
to divide. Every extra ounce of time
Yeah.
was dividing, stamping, processing dahlias, tubers. It was brutal. I would say it like, and then shipping them,
Yeah.
and then you have some loss in there that you don't expect. Did you have to quib in there? It was a huge learning curve, and I was just like, I think we need a year. I know eventually I will have to dig again.
Well, you might try the overwintering. I know one of the other farmers in our collective, I turned her on to a process that the gal from Blossom and Branch in Colorado uses to leave her. She's a very similar
I watched her.
zone. And Hattie tried that this year, and she had tremendous results. I've been overwintering mine for 2 years now because it's just too much work to dig and to store. You have to store them for so long.
Yeah, you have to storage. Plus, I think they'll come up bushier, thicker. Yeah. You'll get flowers sooner.
Right.
They'll push out the weeds more.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of course, there's risk. There's risk
absolutely.
In flower farming is risk. It's always a gamble. So, but
if it works, oh my gosh!
I know. So
this level.
I know.
For sure.
So we're gonna try.
Good for you.
We're gonna try. It's a lot to risk because we could lose everything, and that's a lot of money in dahlias. 6,000, which if you divided those, you're gonna get 6,000 times for the lower ends because it's gonna be probably higher.
Yeah.
That's over 20,000 dahlias. So it's a gamble.
Well, we'll check back in next
If I'm crying on the next season, it didn't go well. It went horribly wrong. But our plan is 2 layers of crosscloth, 2 feet of old straw or hay, silage tarp.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
So
it's worth a shot.
We'll see.
For sure.
We are in a slightly warmer zone.
Yeah.
So, but we are supposed to have a little bit worse of a winter than last year.
Yeah.
So
insulate.
I even thought about getting like burn barrels out here on like if it drops really crazy cold, to place burn barrels throughout.
Right.
That you can burn that will push heat out.
Yeah.
That would be easier than dividing tubers.
It would.
And
Anything would be easier than dividing tubers.
I had thought of like alternative things that maybe would generate, some heat if we had to. So.
Well, we're gonna wrap up the dahlia section. I'm gonna put some close-ups of some of these in, and then I want to just do a quick overview. The dahlia or the sunflower field is coming down today, so I won't be filming anything in full bloom, but you can look back at the picture I posted a month or 2 ago, whenever that was, and you can see it in all its glory. So we'll do a quick update over there. So stay tuned. All right, so we've shifted over just a little bit. This is where all of the sunflowers were this summer, which were so amazing.
Yeah.
But you learned some lessons on your sunflower field. Tell us about that.
Yes. I think I was so busy in that field. I just told my husband I had, probably 8 varieties of pro cut sunflowers, and I was like, just grab a bag, whatever bag, plant it in there. Next week, plant the next one. The next week, plant the next one. And that didn't really work because we found out that some of the sunflowers can bloom as early as 50 to 55 days.
Right.
Some take 60 to 65, sometimes 70 days.
Right.
So what ended up happening was we had multiple rows blooming at the exact same time. So that was a bummer.
Yeah.
Because we planted I think we had 8 rows in total that are about, I think they're close to 140 or 150 feet long, and 4 rows of sunflowers in each one. We did get one of those Johnny's. Jang cedar, which literally took us 5 minutes or less to seed an entire row.
Wow.
So next year we're going to be paying more attention to the turnaround. Of course, the first, and we're going to plant much sooner. We were behind the curve because we had to build this entire fence to separate out the animals and plot off and figure out irrigation because we did not grow here.
Oh, so this was from scratch.
This was from scratch. And we were just constantly running into trying to get things done. My husband Ben works on call a lot. So he's not always available or has free time, and he's the man that does the fencing, the irrigation, and putting down all of that stuff. So we were trying to figure out with our irrigation system, how do we effectively get water to this many rows?
Yeah. How many sunflowers did you plant? Seeds?
So I would say I bought about 80,000, and I think we planted more than half. So probably 50,000.
Wow.
Yeah, this row is sunflowers too. Wow. And that row, and that row, and that row, and that row, and more and more. So
wow. Were there any varieties that you felt like were more popular with the U-pick folks? Or
people loved the White Knight.
the White Knight, yeah.
Yeah, they loved that one. They loved, I can't remember the name of it now. It's the sunflower that kind of almost has a green in the middle.
Oh, the White Light.
Yes.
Yes.
They loved,
It's
so things that they
unusual.
don't see in
Yeah.
stores
Yeah, that makes sense.
is what they really loved.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my husband planted this, which was not meant to be planted.
No, the dwarfs.
The dwarfs.
They're so cute.
They were like seeds left over from the following year.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize we decided to put those in that row. So it was
Yeah.
kind of a bummer because this would have been like our last good row of sunflowers.
Yeah.
I will not be growing them again next year.
Yeah, they're cute, but
They're super cute. And they actually dry really well.
oh, that's true. You can use them for.
So I will run them
chicken
through my
and
freeze
stuff.
dryer
Yeah.
and try to see if I can preserve some of them
Oh, yeah.
for like dried
Yeah.
flower
for like
art.
your dry flower. Okay, perfect.
So it's not a total loss. Any sunflowers that we didn't sell were collecting and storing for the chickens.
Yep.
Also our goats, our pigs, our horses all love them and eat
Oh,
them.
right, right.
So it's such a great
So
treat.
not a loss at all.
So I like, my husband's like, we have so many we didn't sell, and it's like, well, they're going to be repurposed. It's not
Yeah,
a waste of money.
Right. They're all going to be.
They're all being
going
used
to
as
some
food.
animal or
Yeah, exactly,
decoration
food,
or
nutrition
whatever.
through the winter months.
Right.
So I'm okay with that. Of course, I wish the timing
Yeah.
had been better. I will definitely be like looking at each seed packet.
Mhm.
My goal was to get 2 successions out of each row,
Mhm.
but because they went in so late, that wasn't possible.
Yeah.
But next year, I'm going to probably be planting in like end of April, May,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
sunflowers
yeah.
can tolerate a little
Yeah,
cold.
they can until they get budded up. They
Yeah.
really can tolerate.
They
some
can.
frost,
So we're gonna. The goal next year is to get 2 successions out of each,
Okay.
close to each row. Maybe not
Yeah.
the last few.
Yeah.
So that's, and people love sunflowers.
Yeah.
They love them. They love them in the bouquets.
Yeah.
There's people who just come to pick sunflowers,
Yeah.
like strictly sunflowers. So,
Yeah.
and they're so easy to grow. They push out the
Yeah.
weeds. I don't have a weed
Yeah.
issue.
True.
They're healthy. The birds love them when they go to seed. Like
Yep. What's not to love?
the bees love them. So I will continue for sure to grow sunflowers. They're not a hard thing to grow. It's such an easy
And they're
thing.
inexpensive, really, in the
It,
grand
it,
scheme
it
of
really
things.
is. It really
It's
is.
easy to come by.
Yeah,
So,
and low labor.
yeah.
Low
Yeah.
labor. And they don't need a ton of water to thrive. So
Right.
it's such, they don't need the best soil. They really can grow almost anywhere. So
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm a fan. You can see all the totes. We're just filling totes of
Yeah.
sunflower seeds and heads.
Yeah, I'll go get a shot of that. I want to get some
And
shots
my goat-
of
my
that.
goat's
Yeah,
like-
goat's like, hey, is this for me? I'm going to
Yeah.
take a quick little shot of that because
Yeah.
it's really kind of funny. Are you thinking that's your snack? Sure looks like it, doesn't it?
You want one?
Looks like a good
You
snack.
want one?
Hi.
This is Peanut.
Hi, Peanut. Oh, yum. Yes, please. Thanks, Mom. We're going to go see some babies. Baby emus.
Baby emus, baby lambs,
Baby lambs.
baby cows, baby pigs.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Hang on, folks. We're going to be back with some baby cuteness. Hi, baby pigs. You're so cute.
So they're coon-coons.
Okay.
Coon-coons.
Are those the ones? Hi, cutie.
They're out on pasture. Now these guys came from an auction. This one had messed up legs, so we had to brace his legs with medical braces.
My goodness.
But they're getting better. It's getting a lot better. Hi, babies. They get zoomies.
Goodness. Hi, Zoomy Zoom.
They get zoomies.
So cute.
Hello.
Hi, you're so pretty.
Hello.
You're so pretty.
They're breeding. So the cool thing about St. Croix is you don't have to shear them.
Oh,
Their wool just falls off in chunks.
I have never heard of such a thing.
And I was using like wool pellets and different things in my soil blocks. That's Harley.
Hold on. Oh, I can't get my phone over there.
Over the top there.
Over the top. Hello, over there. Hi. You got a lot to say.
I know.
Hi.
You're like, do you have great? Do you have great? Yeah, do you have great?
Cute.
They're super sweet too.
Hi, little cuties. Oh, you gotta go? Did you get a phone call? So cute. Well, that kind of, I think, wraps us up for the day. You got lots of cute babies to look at, cute little baby animals, dahlias, zinnias, a little bit of sunflower. You got the whole other field over here that she started out with earlier in the season that has the amazing Amy. And you got to see a little bit of everything. So I wanted to kind of wrap this up with a quick little tour around her darling farm stand. So I will grab the camera and come in, and Kasey can just show us kind of what she's got going on in her farm stand, and then we will wrap this up. So let's go in.
We do have like some flower cups and mugs that I thought were cute, flower inspired, that we started carrying. We actually have a coffee machine that's going to come down in
Oh
here,
my gosh.
so people can get a free cup of coffee
Wow.
when they visit the stand.
I love that wall too. Tell me
Yeah,
again
that's
about
our
that
mural
wall.
wall. So yeah, I had the wallpaper custom made for the exact size
Fabulous.
that I ordered. You can get it in other places, but I ordered it for specifically layout for a certain size.
And it's 3D, folks.
So the 3D flowers were made from an artist in Russia.
Wow.
I designed the flowers and then she made them for me.
Wow.
So I picked the color, the shape, the size, the texture, exactly what I wanted, and she handmade them all for me, which was crazy. And they're so beautiful.
Yeah,
I
they
was
really
like,
are.
And it really adds like that three-dimensional, like
Oh, it's amazing.
fun feel. So
And then she
Yeah.
also has fresh bouquets here too.
yep, I do my fresh bouquets.
She will do
We
bouquets.
pretty much sell out daily.
Wow.
Like I can't keep up with the flowers in here
gosh.
right now. That's been a
I can
problem.
understand.
So
Lots of fun goodies.
yeah, we do Oregon made products like this gal that makes these wine salts. She's local in Redmond, women owned, and they're amazing. So we were like, we're gonna carry those. We carry local tallows that somebody makes.
Oh, cool.
And then she uses some of the products we grow
Oh, nice.
into some of those.
Fabulous.
We make our own candles. We make our own bath salts.
Nice.
Or not bath salts, sorry. Soaps. We do make bath salts too. Soaps.
Sweet.
We make sugar scrubs. And then those are our bath salts over there.
Okay, nice.
And we sell out of those pretty regularly.
And then you also have like your produce and
Yeah,
you
so we have our
eggs
produce.
and a
Next
darling
year
little-
we're getting electricity down here because we had a problem. This does get kind of warm. So we're going to have a huge cooler on this side and have electricity brought down so that we can keep our produce cold. But
eggs and
so we have squashes. We restock with like lettuce, cabbage, onions, garlic, anything we grow. We bring down tomatoes right now. Of course, it looks like it needs to be restocked right now. I need to go up and restock
Yeah.
it. But I love like these little cute gathering baskets. So I
Those
started
are
carrying
adorable.
those like wholesale, these little cute gathering baskets.
Those are
So,
great.
but yeah, just fun kind of flower items. This Oregon wildflower honey sells really well. Of course, we don't make it, but we do have a neighbor who just put in bee boxes, so hopefully
Oh,
we can carry.
fabulous.
And they put their bee boxes in because of our flower field.
Ah, well, of course.
So
They're gonna have
we're
some
hoping we can
amazing
carry their honey next year.
Absolutely.
Like predominantly their
Yeah.
honey, which would be their bees feed off of our flowers. So that's kind of like
Absolutely.
the whole circle goes round. But
That'll be the best, like true custom honey.
yeah, so we bought things like these mesh bags and stuff. Those are produce bags. So like as we're at farmers markets and stuff, people can grab a bag that if they want one to fill with produce, and then like it's
Yeah.
reusable. So
That's
we're trying to
awesome.
do lots of reusable stuff. But
I love
yeah, we
it.
kind of expanded our line into Bath and Body Works, and we use a lot of our dry flowers, herbal stuff that we grow. You know, lavenders that I got from the collective I use in my bath salts and things like that. So
Super cute.
yeah, it's fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
I love it, love it.
So
Well, thank you so much, Kasey, for giving us the full tour.
Yeah.
And hopefully people got some ideas. And if you have a U-Pick of your own, maybe you learned some lessons that Kasey already learned the hard way, and maybe you won't have to make those same mistakes. But it looks like you really have kind of reined in the issues from last year, and you were able to expand to a much bigger space this year.
Yeah.
And I was just asking Kasey if she planned to add even more, and she's pretty happy with this footprint.
Yeah.
And so now you're just going to dial in everything and the timing, and so this way it'll be more
more efficient. More
efficient.
Efficient. Be able to keep up on certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine going. We do a peony fields.
Oh, right.
Which on that far corner, which we didn't go over there. I wanted to add another 100 peonies this year, but it just out of time, out of whatever. So next year we'll add more peonies, but I don't think that will ever be open to you pick.
Yeah, no, that's too risky, and that's such a short little season. That, you want to be in control of that for sure. You could always just sell them in your farm stand. So
exactly.
Keep it easy.
Yeah, wholesale or sell them in the farm stand. So but so I think we're pretty happy with the size we have.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I think we're like 2.5 acres, maybe.
Wow. Yeah,
because we also we didn't even tour like the veggie gardens and the raised beds and all those that we have, and the tunnel. But
so I think maybe we'll come back, maybe in the spring when you're planting and doing some things in the tunnel, and we'll come back and maybe do an update on whether these dahlias overwinter.
I know,
and,
please.
So everybody keep your fingers crossed for overwintering.
It could be a horrible fail, but I'm willing to risk it.
It could be an amazing success, and you'll be so happy because you'll have all this time back.
I know. So. I know. Like some of the people were talking about who overwintered, they had dahlias in June, and I was like, mine aren't even in the ground yet.
It'll be a game changer.
I want that. I need that.
Well, you'll have that next year. Let's hope.
I'll do what it takes.
Yes. Well, thank you again, Kasey. This has just been wonderful. And thank you, everyone, for joining. And I would just love to ask if you enjoyed this and you want to see more from us, just hit the little like button down there. Subscribe to our channel. We have lots more coming up. We have maybe 1 or 2 more farm tours. I've checked with some of our other farmers in the collective, and we're starting to see a lot of frost. And so we may not have the ability to do another farm tour. I kind of got a late start, and then we got hit with early frost. And so, but the podcast will be coming back probably in mid-October. I'm working on a series. It's just going to be mini pods, so it'll be 20 minutes or less. And the series is just going to be all about building resilience in flower farming and also in the flower farmer. So I have a lot of different topics lined up and a lot of different interesting people that we'll have conversations with coming up. So thanks again for joining, and thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.